right? But knowledge is about the weight, and the weight, right, is a biblical concept, and it's like the difference between light and heavy, right? So you've got like the sort of light and heavy. Again, the sort of duality between teas and naturals, right? So you've got the air, the light, and the heavy. So the sort of teas like the light people, like Israelite type of thing, right? You've got the light, and the sort of so the heavy people is like the naturals, right? Because they carry the weight and the burden and all that, like the beast of burden, like the sort of donkey laid up with all the sort of weight on it, carries the pack and that. And it's like the sort of weighted, right? And you have this music, right? There was a group called The Band, which was in the 1960s, right? And it was in the Easy Rider movie, and the song was called The Weight, right? And quite a sort of famous song in that, right? It's like a weird 60s thing, full of like strange 60s lyrics and that. Like one of the lines is "Went down to Nazareth," type of stuff like that, I think went down to Nazareth, just like a weird tea drinker song from this 1960s period, And another song right, that has the weight idea in is "Mama" by the Beatles, right? And the verse in that, the line is, "Boy, you're gonna carry that weight." I think, "Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time." This sort of like repeats, like as the song fades out or something, right? So like this idea of the weight, see, the weight, and this sort of corresponds to the sort of the lifted up idea, right, in the Bible, where Jesus was lifted up or something, or there's like other passages in it where it's like something like he was immediately lifted up or something, right? The scales fell from his eyes and he was immediately lifted up, something along those lines, anyway, right? So it's like you got the scales of justice, like the scales, the weight idea, right? Obviously like Mart and the scales of justice thing and that, and you got the weight, right? So this weight, right, is basically referring to the sort of reproductive systems, right, in natural people, right? So this is like seen as a weight that sort of weighs you down, burdens you down. It's like, makes you heavy, right? That's what the metaphor, symbolism in that, right? So like obviously in a woman, you got a reproductive system in there, right? In their breasts and all that, right? So when they go through this tea process or whatever, see, that's supposed to get rid of this weight and lift up and lighten up the whole body and all that. So it's sort of names like Light Body, Mr. Light Body and stuff like that, right? So it's the idea of taking the weight away and lifting up the air, lifting up the body and all this, right? Same thing obviously with a male, like, the testicles is the reproductive organs and that. So when they sort of gone through this tea process, the testicles there, dissolve or whatever, right? And the sort of they're immediately lifted up, like lifted up to the seventh heaven or something type of thing. You see what I mean? So, so that sort of corresponds to Jesus in the Bible. So he's lifted up. The light. See what I'm saying? The light and the heavy. Again, another thing like black and white, good and evil, sort of light and darkness. See what I'm saying?